Sup YouTube, it's TCG here and welcome back to our TCG battle video on my channel. Today we're checking out the Toedscruel EX deck that got top 16 at the Portland Regionals, piloted by Ray Chen. So cool to see Toedscruel in action, a rogue deck going so far and so deep into a tournament. So we're going to be checking out what the card does. Well, the Colony Rush slaps 80 damage and 40 damage for every one of your Pokemon that has a grass energy attached. With the help of our good friend Teal Mask Ogerpon, that's going to be very easy to do so. And we also have quite the ability here as well, the protective ability, preventing all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to all of your Pokemon that have any energy. So you're safe from Dragapult, spread shenanigans and all that good stuff. All the effects of attacks done to Pokemon that have energies attached, which is great. Another cool thing is that the Toedscruel, the one prize right here, can shut down some cards like Night Stretcher as well as stuff like Superior Energy Retrieval, so they're not getting cards back from the discard pile, that's for sure. Another cool thing is that because we have Teal Mask Ogerpon, you have a lot of draw power, and with E-Switch you can get them onto other Pokemon, sometimes going with a genome hacking. You can also get the energies onto Toedscruel EX, so you can attack with it quite easily. And there's even an Iron Leaves in here. If you slap it down, absorbing the energies and can slap 180. Could also be very crucial if you are up against stuff like Maractus trapping, which can sometimes happen. We have Squawkability in here. If you do want to go for the Donk, that's definitely a possibility. You can go for that. And there's also the capabilities of course, Gusting with the Prime Catcher as the ace-pack card of choice. So yeah, with some item blocking in the early lead, with tons of energies in play, you're gonna have a great time. You're hitting weakness against stuff like Zoroark, against Charizard, against the upcoming Grimmsnarl. So you're gonna have a very great deck on your hands. If you guys are excited for this video, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways to support the channel. And there's also one of the few videos using the bug catching set, allowing you to get any combination of grass energies and grass Pokemon. From the top 7 cards, you can select 2 in any combination, so that's also quite the bonus. It's been a while since we've played with this card. Let's dive into the rank ladder today and see what kind of opponents we will see. Also go check out the sponsors that make the videos possible. The best quality sleeves in the game right now. You can get them with 5% off using the coupon ZABLOOS5 over at dragonshield.com. TC Evolutions for your damage counters and ability tokens, 10% off right now using the coupon ZABLOOSTCG. PotownStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs. You can get them with 5% off and instant email delivery. And cardmarket.com for European players where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. You can use the referral name ZABLOOSTCG to help support the channel. Okay, let's see here. Tails never fails. We're here with the Toedscruel. Alright, let's see if we're able to win some games. I think you always want to go first. Even though you can technically donk, getting tons of energies in play feels like a very great thing to do. And if you get like a turn to Toedscruel, the one prizer, you can shut down Night Stretchers instantly. How cool is that? Alright, this is not the most ideal situation. I don't know if I want to start with Toedscruel or not, because my Ultra Ball will probably be shut down. Maybe it's better for us to start with a Teal Mask. And then go, maybe we can go like Squawkability. I don't know if it's a great idea, but let's just lead with Toedscruel and see what the opponent is playing. Because if we're able to get Toedscruel EX activated and having packed with that very powerful ability as well, Dragapult EX will actually have a little bit of trouble. I don't even know if we're up against Dragapult EX, but I'll just lead with a one prize Pokemon. You never know if you're up against something like a Raging Bolt that attacks you turn 1, going second. They don't do it that often anymore, but better safe than sorry. And it looks like we're up against, yeah, Gholdengo. Very cool thing about Gholdengo, we can actually get the Area 0 under that as well on board. We technically can go for the one prize Toedscruel, which is very good. So there's a Nest Ball as well here. I want to E-switch that energy on. Interesting, right? I'm gonna Ultra Ball, get rid of these. I don't know if I want to get rid of these. Yeah, let's get rid of these. And I will actually get myself Squawkability. Squawkability is good. Getting ourselves a fresh hand. They're not attacking turn 1 anyway, so we can E-switch the energy from here to there. Go for the Squawk, and then try to establish an even better board position. Okay, Ultra Ball again. So we go for Teal Dance. We have a Prime Catcher as well. Don't know what they're going to be packing with, so there's that. We can already attach there, so that's a cool thing as well. Our Toedscruel ready to battle. But the problem is we actually will need, we can also item lock, which could be really funny. One prize Toedscruel right here. Is that the better plan of action? So they can never get Superior Energy Retrieval back? Maybe there's a lot of Toedscruel situations that can happen. I'm gonna go with this one. Oh, let's go. I'll be accelerating energy here, and you never know what happens here. You never know. Let's end the turn. So we do have the Prime Catcher, we have the Research. I want to actually set up the one prize Toedscruel, because that's gonna help this battle out quite ridiculously. They might actually get their situation set up, but they need to go after the one prize Toedscruel. And the cool news is, in this scenario, if they would go for like a Gholdengo EX, that was gonna be pretty tricky to do. They can get TM Evo, get the situation set up, but maybe I should have saved my Iono, by the way, instead of going for the big Research. Although, yeah, there is the Buddy Puffin. They will actually set up 2 Gholdengo EXs here. I also don't want to give them the opportunity to go for like Pheasantipity, so maybe the best plan of action is just to go Prime Catcher. Earthen Vessel getting out some energy. So we need the one prize Toedscruel to shut down Superior Energy Retrieval. Yeah, that is the plan of action. I did burn Super Rod already, which actually pains me because I will most likely need to recover the one prize Toedscruel. Evolution time. Can we actually, with some E-switch combos, how much damage are we able to do? There's also resistance, so we will never be able to one-shot these guys. We can technically go for the 2-shot though. Latias as well here. Free retreat. That's good. We can Prime Catcher one of these. And go for the big Research. Okay, we do have a lot of great cards right now. Nazball, we're getting ourselves. We can also item lock, which would be hilarious. Yeah, let's get more of these guys. So I want to find the one prize Toedscruel. That's my main objective right now. Let's get this on board. Teal dancing until our heart's content. Look at that, you're drawing so much cards. Another Toedscool appears. More Teal dancing. We could technically go for it. More Teal dancing. Where is our one prize Toedscruel? Iono for next turn. No. That's quite annoying. They need to burn a lot of energies in order to knock this guy out though. We're gonna retreat. Let's set up the Toedscool. I don't know if I need to set up the Toedscool currently. We're slapping 210, not the most sufficient damage, but it's gonna do for now. Yeah, I'm not gonna slap down the Toedscool quite yet. In order for them to knock us out, they need an attachment of the turn, and they need to have 6 energies that they're willing to discard. So technically 7 energies down the drain with 1 in play, that's 8. We need to find the one prize Toedscruel. Okay, Artisan, that's quite annoying, but it does allow us to get rid of these liabilities. So the 2 prizers, sayonara, they're gone. So it didn't slap down Toedscool, which was great. So now Squawkabilly is gone. We have an army of Teal Masks. And they could go after the one prize Toedscool, I suppose. Gust that up first. But then this Gholdengo. At one point, we will set up the one prize Toedscruel. And then we're gonna be golden. Also, they're having the Artisan. You don't see that too often in these kind of lists. Our damage output is like 210, right? If we were having more Pokemon, we could slap like, we could definitely get the number, right? But can they knock us out? We will need to attack with a Teal Mask, and yeah, they're going for another Gimme Ghoul here. Cypher Maniac's code breaking, so we will see Energy Search Pro unless it is priced. If it is priced, we are in trouble. Or are we? They're gonna discard all their energies, and then they cannot get them back with Superior Energy Retrieval. That's how it's gonna work. And they're also not playing the Levincia Stadium. Instead, they're playing Artisan, so getting energies back will be quite the hassle if we are able to find our one price Toedscruel. Currently, I'm actually happy that it's actually not the one price Toedscruel currently. Otherwise, they would have known the strategy already, or maybe they already know. You never know. We're in a high rank over here on the TCG Live rank ladder. I hope Superior Energy Search Pro is prized. I hope 3 metal energies are priced. Ah, I can only hope. I can only hope. But they're here. They're here. That's a lot of energies. Yowza. How many energies does a Gholdengo deck typically play? I don't even know. Don't even know. I would say probably around 10, 11 at most. There's 1 stock on this Gholdengo. So let's calculate it quite quickly. That's in total 9. And they need to burn 9 remaining. I need to burn 6. That means they will only have 3 energies left. They cannot knock anything out. Okay, that's cool. Explode upon the Toedscruel. We allow it. It's fine. Okay. Ow. Well, that hurts. Okay, now we 100% need our one prize Toedscruel. There we go. We 100% have it already. There we go. It's time for an Iono. I'm not gonna slap down Fez here. It's not necessary. It's time to dance a little bit further. Let's go. More E-switches. Crazy. Definitely not gonna allow them to get more Pokemon, but we are gonna go wide on the field. Let's go. Technically, we now can get our Fez out because we need... The more cards we can draw, the better it is. Let's go. Flipping to a lot of balls. That's cool. We're gonna bug catching as well. Get some grass energies. Teal Dance. We can still have an attachment of the turn. I don't know if we want to do it currently. I don't even know if they have Iono. But it could help for, like, we could divide all these energies at one point, right? To go for a big one-shot. I'm gonna attach here. Seems fine. We have Boss's orders, all that good stuff. 120 may not feel like enough, but this Gholdengo is gone. And that's another energy removed from board that they're never getting back because Superior Energy Retrieval is now completely blocked. They need to technically go counter catcher, get rid of more energies by knocking this out, and then we super rod and get the Toedscruel back. That's pretty much what's gonna happen. Because at this point, all of these energies are stuck. That's 8 in total. They have 3 energies. If there's like 1 energy prized, they can never KO this guy. This one appears, the Dreepy, which only needs 2 energies, but the Fire is already here. The Psychic is already here. That's gonna be quite tricky. Like these decks piloting both Dragapult and Gholdengo in the same deck typically do not come back with a lot of, like, they have like only 1 of each, right? Oh no, we got Iono, but typically we don't care. We don't care about this Iono. We can try and 2-shot this guy. That's not an issue. All of these Superior Energy Retrievals are like dead cards currently. Yeah, that's what I figured. Let's go. So, we do have the Super Rod already here to go. We have 120 with 1 additional, that's 150. So first things first, we're gonna stick with the plan and just attack. We're not gonna go crazy. Just attack a little bit. It's not an issue here because at one point we can still go for Super Rod Bug Catching set, establish another Toedscruel, because their plan needs to be to knock out the one prize Toedscruel, otherwise they will never win. Probably gonna be Arven Counter Catcher, something like that. They could do that, but we have Super Rod and Bug Catching set ready to go. I waited patiently for this moment. Could have gone for Bug Catching set, try to set up a Toedscruel EX, but we definitely need to two-shot these guys. That's the main thing. Okay. Nuzball, TM Evo, are they gonna go for Dragapult EX? Do they have like access to these guys? I don't even know. Fire energy here. Psychic energy here. There's this deck has the answers for the complete meta. It's crazy. You have the answers for Dragapult EX because of the Toedscruel EX. You have answers for Gholdengo with the Toedscruel. You can donk people because of the Myriad Leaf Shower and the energy switch combo. There's Monkey Dory. Okay, that's quite annoying, but the Darkness energy is here. No, it's not there. Interesting. 120, so we're gonna Teal Dance. Let's go. I could proactively slap down Mew EX. There's 1 energy here, there's 8 technically. Yeah, they just concede. There's no way. There is no way they can win when the one prize Toedscruel is on the field. That's the first dub of the day up against the cheese man itself, the cheese stick, Gholdengo EX. So quite easy if I'm saying, because of the one prize Toedscruel, you can never lose against that matchup, which is awesome. Okay, even if they go after one prize Toedscruel, you can then go for like Budew, Super Rod Budew. It's also an option, so Super Rod's kind of important in that matchup. Let's go for the second game of today. And as you all know, Toedscruel, the rogue deck of the Portland Regionals. There was so many players at that event, and this got 12th place if I'm not mistaken, piloted by Ray Chen. Big shout out, fantastic to see. Okay, get the Teal Mask and the active, and I love Bug Catching set. The more I'm playing with this, the better I think the card is. So we are going first again, so no donking capabilities for now. So we're gonna try and go for the setup. The thing we want is Toedscool, depending on the matchup. Oh, Raging Bolt. Ooh. Okay, that's not good. That is definitely not good. We need to have a one prizer in the active position as quickly as possible. Don't even know if they will have access to Soda, but there's energy switch. Okay, so let's go for Bug Catching set. So we get Toedscool. That's good. That's very good. That means we can get the one prizer in the active that we've always dreamed of. Well, yeah, the problem is they can actually go for the Fan Rotom Latias play, but sure. And we have access to like other cards. An attachment of the turn here, I guess. If they do come with the Fan Rotom, let's get the energy here. We do have the energy switch, so what can go wrong? We can get the Toedscruel EX activated. How many Pokemon do we need with energies attached? Imagine we have 5. That's 280. Imagine we have 4. That's 160 additional. So, yeah, whoa, Boss's Orders instantly? What's going on? That's not good. We have a Latias in the deck, so that doesn't matter. And we have Teal Mask as well. So I was calculating. Give me some time, man. We have 4 of them, so that's 160. Yeah, that's all we need. 4 Pokemon with energies on the bench. I'm gonna Burst Roar. Not even that. What's going on, man? Okay, so first of all, let's get this one on board. Let's try to E-switch our way to here. I'm not gonna get another Toedscool out. I'm just gonna research. Okay, can we get this? We have the Latias. Okay. Okay, let's see how it goes. Teal Dance first. We need 4 Pokemon with energies. That's quite a lot to ask for. Bug Catching, we need to get some more grass. That's good. And now we need to draw into like 1 grass energy, right? Or maybe Teal Dance again. And research. can still always retreat to Budew, right? That's also not a bad plan, to be honest. Okay. Let's see how it goes. Teal Dance. No, not exactly what I was looking for. So I'm gonna go area 0 under that, go wide on the field, get my Latias established, get my Budew established, and I will save all my energies here. Like currently we have only 3 Pokemon with energies, so that's 120, it's only 200, so that's not the number I was looking for. So it's gonna have to be Budew doing some Budew things. I could establish another Toedscruel if I want to. Maybe it's not a bad idea with all our E-switches. This is gonna be our main attacker, right? Yeah, but I could get trapped. I could get trapped. I don't want to get trapped. They did already use Bulbasaur. They can Prime Catch. Not. They cannot Prime Catch because they are Ichipon. So maybe it's not too bad of an idea. No gusting. Unless there's no gusting. And also if the Iron Bundle or anything, we also have access to a 1-prize that we can give them. So Grass Energy to the Raging Ball. Let's go. Budew showcasing that item lock is still very prevalent in the game. This is good. I'm not going to Iono this. Instead, I will just Toedscruel EX number 2. Accelerated energy, research, we're good to go. Unless we don't find an energy. Burst Roar it is. Oh, they had Sada energies. Ooh. Dang. I don't know what they were waiting for. Okay, Toedscruel. There's a Night Stretcher already gone. I could get another blockation. Or I don't even know the word. I can block the other stuff, but we will need this as an attacker, by the way. Research time. We need 1 energy. There we go. And it actually needs to be on a different Pokemon, so we're actually going to be attaching it to this guy. We will retreat, and the big old Toedscruel EX is here for 240 damage output. Kind of massive. We have E-switches as well. We're not going to do that unless... Yeah, I don't need any of these guys. Still get them in the hand regardless. Maybe I should have gone for some Nest Balls first. They have Phasantipity though, so that's not an issue. This is fine. 240 damage output. The Colony Rush is here. Toedscruel in the house. Let's do this. So that's the first 2 prizes. So we slowed them down with the Ichipollen. They have like bazillion energy switches. Another fun fact is that you can copy paste the Bellowing Thunder with a Mew EX if you want to do that. If you're not having like another Toedscruel EX setup. Jamming Tower. Easy choice, this guy. Nah, this guy. The Latias can be way more useful. I can get that Budew back in no time. Lots of 2 prizes on the field, but we don't care at this point. Opponent still does not have Lightning Energy or Fighting Energy in the discard pile. And there was already 1 Sada burned because of the Burst Roar. So if they don't find the Professor Sada's Vitality right now, they 100% lose the game as Toedscruel will take over, and we still come back with Prime Catcher and another Balsa's Order. So this deck is actually legit. If you guys having fun with it, you know what to do, folks. Rock the hell out of the like button and give my regards to Ray Chen as well. Fantastic to see it on stream. All right. What's next? No Sada? If there's no Sada, there's no way I'm getting back in this game. Every one of our fellas has energies, except for Latias. There's Crispin. Okay, they can technically knock us out. That could technically be very bad. Because that means we need to get... Yeah, we do have E-switches, so the only thing we need to find is like grass energies. There's only 1 in the discard pile so far. We have a lot of them in play. To burn 3 bug catching sets already. Crispin time. Did it... Yeah, they have it. They're gonna knock everything out, but they're gonna be left with like no energies on the board. Only Fez. Trying to knock out another one of these guys. There's the Bellowing Thunder. 280 damage output. Still come back with the free retreat. Maybe I should have saved my Budew, but I can get it back with Super Rod. I think having free retreat here opens more options. Latias there. Area 0 under that. Let's go big again. Yeah, they just can see. They just can see. I don't know what they took for their prizes, but it looks like maybe like they were not content with it. Area 0 under that would have meant we could have slapped everything down on the field. Again, Fez, find some energies, attack again, E-switch. It's gonna be great. So yeah, that was Raging Bolt. finished. That was Gholdengo finished. All meta decks, all falling down to the power of this rogue Toedscruel EX deck. For being honest, nobody's playing fire at this point. If we're taking a look at like the last couple of winning tournaments, like there's a lot of Dragapult, which you counter with Toedscruel EX. Gardevoir could get countered in that sense, is that you can try and go after the rolls with your Prime Catcher and your boss and try to shut down the Night Stretchers, which are one prize Toedscruel. Raging Bolt, as you saw, was actually kind of okay. There was Gholdengo that we slaughtered. I don't know how Terra Box and Joltik Box go, but we'll figure it out together. I think Joltik Box, I think we still have time for I don't know. Toedscruel is actually a very big HP Pokemon, but Pikachu EX can one-shot that, so interesting. Okay, I will go first. Thank you. Is that a thank you or not? Going forward first with this is like the worst ever. Maybe even like we have to discard like our one prize Toedscruel and discard Toedscruel EX and discard Super Rod. Like, ugh. How do we feel about that? We can item lock turn 2. Do we have to Squawkabilly here? Is that the plan? Is it the plan to Squawk? Dragapult, okay. Ultra Ball. This actually is fantastic. I love it. I'm gonna explain why I could get Squawkabilly on board, try to get as many energies in play as possible. But yeah, having this Ultra Ball here means I can Super Rod everything back. Ultra Ball. Let's get Teal Mask first. Is Squawkabilly actually even in there? No, Squawkabilly is prize, so change of plans. Okay, change of plans. We go for Nesball. Try to get the Mew. Yeah, I guess so. We need to be fast, right? Can also Mew and then copy paste Dragapult's attack. That would be funny. I'm gonna Super Rod these in. I could start attacking with this guy, right? I think so. Attach there. Draw some cards. Maybe it's a supporter. It's not a supporter. But it is. We have a possibility to go for Marriott Leaf Shower. Research. Alright. I take it. This is great. Why is Squawkabilly always prized? It happens like that. We're gonna have to attack with the Teal Mask. I wish I would have been able to actually use Toedscruel EX, but if this is a Dusknoir build, this can be very painful. Brock scouting, so we will see Dreepy. We're gonna get item locked as well. Everything has free retreat though, so I'm not too mad about this. But being locked out by like, did it even have energies as well? Pheasantipity. Okay, they're gonna try and draw some cards. Sure. Yeah. How do we go? How do we proceed with this? There's a switch and an energy attachment. No energy attachment. Just the itchy pollen. Let's go. They don't even have energies on their Dragapults. Don't even know if they're playing the Crispin, Sparkling Crystal, or whatever they feel. We have Prime Catcher, but we were not able to play it, unfortunately. Teal Dance. Well, let's go. Toedscruel EX. Sad. Sad but true. Say goodbye. All of these item cards. That's quite annoying. Retreat and attack. 120. Yeah, we're still in dangerous situation. I could have gone for some item blocking as well, but yeah. We do need to play some Toedscruel down, because with this hand it's not gonna happen. And we should have established a Toedscruel EX at this point. If we don't, we're in trouble. We already burned our Prime Catcher. They're gonna like Fez, have Dracloak, have an energy on a Dreepy, and we will not have Boss's Orders unless we top deck it. Maybe they can item lock again. Maybe they didn't even draw into an energy yet. Okay. Goodbye, Genesect. Genesect doesn't do anything anymore, as we do compact with the Prime Catcher that's already in the discard pile. Taking this first prize doesn't feel that... Okay, an Iono. We had like 3 items in hand and a supporter of our own. So maybe we draw into some Toadschools. Or Boss. Yeah, Boss is great. And Toadskool at the same time. That is fantastic news. We will not have energies in play. But we will have a way to deal with Dracloak that has an energy. And it's a luminous energy. So that means, even if they had stuff like an EXP share, it would have not mattered here. This is a perfect situation. Unfair stamp. This is a horrible situation. This is so bad. We do have Mew, but yeah. We could set some down. Maybe we do draw like EXP share as there. We need to find Boss's orders again. Like that unfair stamp was really unfair. Luckily the Mew is already down. The Mew is down. We can take a prize, but they're gonna be taking like a lot of prize cards like this. If this one has a Defiance band, they can take 3 prizes here. Ugh. Yeah, I wish they didn't use the unfair stamp. So, with that being said, Nesball, let's go for Toedscool. Iron Leaves could do something, but I'm gonna slap this down as well. Gonna attach here, and then Mew for everything. Mew for boss. That's not a boss. Nesball, let's get this guy. I need more of these guys, to be honest. Teal Dance. Will it be a boss's orders? It is not a boss's orders. Huh. We still have E-Switch. Dragapult will have 2 energies. We're slapping 150 with 2 energies. That's 210. We're never getting the numbers. We are never getting the numbers. Can Dragapult EX spread some damage? Yeah, spread them across the field, I suppose. They can go after double Toedscool and then we're screwed. But luckily, we compact with more. Teal Mask again. I want my Toedschools, man. I want my Toedscool. 2 E-switches left. I think one of them is not gonna survive. Yeah, we will see what happens. We have a lot of low HP Pokemon on the field right now. But we have taken 2 prizes. More Toedscool, okay. So our plan of action is to actually establish Toedscruel EXs that can attack. We will never get the 320 mark. So far it's clear. If I were them, I probably would counter catcher a Toedscool with an energy. That removes 2 energies from field. So maybe I should have not E-switched to the Toedscool. I should have E-switched to something else, but seeing 2 Toedscool being removed from play is not the worst, I suppose. If I then slap down like a bazillion amount of Teal Mask Ogerpons. Yeah. Maybe the energy on the Toedscool on the right side should have been on something like a Latias, which can technically withstand a Phantom Dive. A Recon Directive. This is scary. These Toedschools should have appeared actually on turn 1, not on turn 3. And I also could have bossed the only Dracloak there. And now, because they have EXP share, there's 2 Dragapult EXs that we need to face. That is so scary. All of our Nesballs being played. Toedscruel, our Teal Mask will still be alive. We can evolve. I don't want to evolve. The Toedscruel is nice because they can no longer use Night Stretcher. Yeah, we do have a Resurge in hand. They can no longer unfair stamp us. Let's do the calculations together. If we have 6 Pokemon on the bench with energies, we are one-shotting Dragapult EX. But having 6 of them having energies here, we could get like 3 Teal Masks. That is actually... I'm afraid of these energy droplets. Doesn't seem good. We could still have like Balsasaurus with this guy for 2 prizes. We could still E-switch to the Mew EX, the Phantom Dive, but that's not going to be doing too much. Imagine if I had a Lily Clefairy, then things would have been crazy, but I don't. I don't. Phantom Dives are technically scary. Maybe I should have put the energy on Latias or maybe Budew, I guess. Depends on what they're doing, to be honest. They did just concede. I was overtaking it too much. They couldn't like find a way to get Dragapult EX or something. Yo, we got away with that one. It would have been scary though. Not impossible, but you definitely need to establish Toedscools early on. It's all because my Squack ability was prized, and without Squack ability, I had to rely on Mew to get myself in the game to at least draw a supporter. So yeah, that was actually not entirely my fault. Okay, next opponent. So Dragapult EX, kind of shaky, but if you actually are going first and are able to establish the Dragapult, the Toedscruel EX, you most likely will win the game. Okay, this time around the opponent chooses where they want to go first or second. Note that a lot of decks in this format want to go second, and if you go first, you can set up your Toedscruels easy peasy. Yeah, the opponent will go first. So we have the opportunity to donk a Pokemon. Only maxing out at 120 HP though. Let's lead off with Budew. I'm also gonna slap this down. I don't trust the opponent. I could have slapped down Budew so they didn't know what they were up against. Yeah. Luckily, I started with the Budew here, but yeah, up against a Raging Bolt that is going first. Let's hope they don't find Fan Call Rotom. They do. They have the Nesball, but do they have the Terra Pokemon to back it up? We have a Squack in hand. We can Iono all the Noctiles down to the bottom. We have a Bug Catching set. We're gonna Itchy Pollen the opponent. It's still gonna be okay. I have some trust in there because they cannot Prime Catcher. So against Raging Bolt, you definitely need your Budew going second. Okay. Definitely the combo of Item Lock and Iono feels great here. If they don't have a turn 1 energy dropment on their Raging Bolt, even if they have that, they will need to find the other corresponding energy. Okay, they have access to the Ditto. That means, I think, Latias EX. Oh no, they're gonna just ditch it. 2 energies. Grass and Lightning. There's some Teal Dance action. Am I gonna go for Squack or not? It's a 2-prizer, but our field is full of 2-prizers, so we don't care. We don't actually care. Yeah, get all your fellas on board. It's fine. I'm gonna Iono. Teal Mask, Squack ability. Yo, energies. That's 2 energies from the Bug Catching set. Let's go. Teal Dance again. All these Toedscruels, man. Iono time. No Noctile for you, and they're gonna get Item Lock, so if they don't have the necessary energy, they are toast. Okay, continuing on. We have Squack, but I actually don't want to Squack this hand, although it's not the end of the world, right? Slapping down Toedscool. I don't need these. I could go Ultra Ball. We do have Super Rod, so we don't care. We don't care. Another one of these. Bug Catching sets. Nothing. And that's why we Squack everything away. Let's go. The Terra Stadium in town. Could go white. Teal Dance again. Nesball. We keep on going. Another one of these. We don't have any energies anymore, so it's gonna be fine. And now we go for the Itchy Pollen. If they slap down Jamming Tower, we get rid of our Squack. Out of 6 cards, they can still Crispin, but they cannot go for Prime Catcher. And if they go for Balls, they need a Lightning Energy in hand. Or they need a Noctile in hand. If they don't have a Noctile in hand, they cannot Ultra Ball for it, because they are item locked. And that's how this is beautiful. They can still retreat and go for, I would say, Fan Rotom and attack with that instead. Yeah, they can do that, but that's just a 1-prize Pokemon. right? So we need to go after the 2-prizer there. I don't know if we have access to boss. The Teal Mask on the bench does have 2 energies. Another Raging Bolt appears. And Assault Landing. Okay. How do we deal with this scenario? How do we deal with this scenario? If we attack with Toedscruel, they didn't have Noctowl, or maybe they have Ultra Balls. Quite interesting. Okay, Toedscruel is here. I don't know if I need all the Toedscruels in the world. It's not exactly what I was looking for. Yeah, Raging Bolt can deal with the 2-prizers. Not good. Iono to 5. They didn't have Noctowl before. Yeah, this is an issue here. There's 1 prize Fan Rotom. We do have Prime Catcher though, so maybe we can try and aim for that. Is the Prime Catcher in there? Yeah, it is in there. So that's gonna be our plan of action. All this draw power and try to find the Prime Catcher. Otherwise, we lose. It's as clear as that. Maybe I should have saved my Mew here. Research! There's a boss. Not exactly what I want. Can I find the necessary cards? Super Rod. Not what we need. Grass energies. Can always knock this Fan Rotom out, but that's just a 1-prize Pokemon. This one has a fighting energy, so no lightning energy. Can we find... Yeah, we really need the Prime Catcher, right? And an E-Switch preferably as well. Double Super Rod. Not good. I'm gonna slap down Toedscruel so we can shut down their Night Stretchers. Set down Toedscruel right here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do at this point. I'm just gonna attach an energy here. And yeah, they cannot get item cards back, but they most likely have a Noctowl to deal with this Ogerpon, but they're gonna have to discard a lot of resources in order to do so. We could retreat, put a 1-prizer up front. Something we could do. Yeah. At one point we will need to Iono, right? So maybe we just let them take this prize. I will just leave this 2-prizer in the active position. I could have retreated to like Squawkabilly, but I didn't do it. They still need to discard 4 energies to do so, and they cannot use Night Stretcher. Let's make it difficult for them. They need to like knock out like 3 of these monstrosities. That's the plan. Teal Dance. I don't even know if they have Noctowl here. They do have a Teal Mask Ogerpon with 3 energies ready to go. 120. Yeah, there's the Ultra Ball. This is gonna be very bad. Yeah, the Fan Rotom really screwed with our plan. Maybe I should have not slapped down Area 0 under Def. Maybe that was a thing I should have not done. But yeah, if they had a stadium, could have done that. Yeah. Either way, Night Stretcher is blocked. I will Super Rod in my Toedscruel. I could still item lock at one point. They also need to actually get a lightning energy in the discard pile. So, or they can just Earthen Vessel retreat, right? Prime Catcher Crispin, even better. They can knock out Toedscruel EX here if they want. Yeah, we can respond to this, that's not an issue, but Can we keep it up? Yeah, the area 0 probably should have not been in play. Maybe that would have saved our situation. Yeah, they're going after our Toedscruel, the only attacking Pokemon that can deal with a Raging Volt. Currently there's like 7 energies in play. They need to discard 4 of them. I wonder if they're gonna keep energies on the Raging Bolt. I hope not. No, I hope that they keep energies on the Raging Bolt. That they just discard. Yeah, that's perfect. Now we can knock off the last energy from the Raging Bolt if we are able to KO it. We need to do it. It's the only logical plan here. We need to find energy switches. All these cards we don't need. Crazy. Super Rod. We're gonna shuffle in Toedscruel, energy. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Could shuffle in more, but I'm not gonna do it. Research. Yo, do we have Fez? We do not have Fez. We do have double E switch. That's not gonna work. Double E switch, is that enough? And this is the worst thing I've drawn. Let's go. So, what is the plan of action? Probably going after the only Hoot around and then hope they don't have Sada. I hope they don't have Sada in hand. That's my only... They could still have Nazbel, Phazantipity, but this is our only go-to play. As we don't have anything else. Phazantipity is not gonna help us. Ha. No Hoot. One Sada destroys us. One Sada destroys us completely. Yo, if we maybe get an Iono. Iono to 1. No Hoots on board. Prime Catcher gone. Maybe. But there's like 2 Raging Bolts here. You just need 1 Lightning Energy. 1 Vessel. 1 Sada. 1... Sada's not gonna work in this scenario though, as they promoted the Raging Bull with the Fighting Energy. So I presume they have Earthen Vessel in the hand. They don't have Earthen Vessel in hand, that would be foolish. They already used Crispin. I don't know. Still gonna have Latias, I suppose. Palpat. Crispin. Ugh. Can we withstand this attack? No Hoot. Like the Hoot is gone, right? Don't know what they have in hand that could get them out of the situation. They could always Burst Roar, I suppose. But we need to like Iono 100% of the time here. So Faz needs to find Iono. I don't even know how many Ionos we have access to. 2. Okay. Phazantipity has 1 job. And that's to find Iono. If we find Iono, that's gonna be good. Even though like they could still always Faz out of it. Turo, the Noctowl. Okay, that's not a Sada. Are they having the energy as well? Retreating to Fan Rotom. Okay, they have Noctowl in hand. That's something that is clear. They cannot Night Stretcher any of these Pokemon. Oh, Faz is in the discard pile. It's never coming back. It's never coming back. Okay, we have energy on E-Switch and we have Boss. Faz is not gonna do anything here. Yeah. Okay, let's try to... Do we have more? Boss is gone. It's so silly. As they are stuck... there's Nuzball, but we don't need anything. Yeah, as I figured. Bossing up. We have E-Switch. There's 120. Nothing we can KO here. But they have the Noctowl, and I'm scared of the Noctowl. It's the only logical thing to do here. Let's go. I don't have Palpat, but this is my win condition. Hope they don't draw into anything. Okay. More Toedscruel. Why do they keep on jumping around in the prizes? Please, top deck nothing. No Sada, no Earthen Vessel, no energy. Nothing. Like with this Latias, they had like Noctowl in hand, so they need to like top deck something. Hoot is back. Bravery Charm. That makes my life very difficult. We need to take 4 prizes here. Ugh. They cannot Night Stretcher, which is a good thing. They're gonna boss this Toedscruel most likely. If they're in 3 prize range, they definitely need to go after this Toedscruel. No, Squack. What? They have the energy? Burst Roar. Okay, more stuff going away. That is Noctowl gone, Stretcher gone. We are still in this game, funny enough. Yeah. I want to find Iono here. That is my main goal. We're slapping not enough damage to deal with this fella. Okay. It's Iono time. I feel it. That is not an Iono. That is not an Iono. Yowza. Okay, it's gonna be energy switch from this guy to this guy. Give him a little slap and just pray for the best. Here we go. 150. Slap. Like our next plan could be that they still don't find Sada here. They most likely have Sada, but they don't have Stretcher, right? So even if this guy is knocked out, they need another Sada as Stretcher is blocked. Yeah, their plan to like trap Squack ability was bad. They needed to go after this one. Would have been way better. Earthen Vessel. Now we're totally cooked. We have Fez. Fez needs to dry Iono, and we need to respond and hope for the best. Because they don't have Fez, and Iono to 1 could be devastating. Hoot Hoot. Evolving into Noctowl. What can they go for? If we take a look at their discard pile, Prime Catcher is gone, Boss is gone, Palpet is gone. So the gusting effect has been removed from the field. No more gust. Oh, another boss? Playing 2 boss? That's scary. That is really scary. There's nothing we can do. We definitely need Iono right now. Putting the boss on the bottom of the deck. But if they can get like that many energies into play right now, like they have 9 cards, right? They're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's like so many energies remaining. We are still screwed. Unless we now Iono to 1 and they cannot find anything. They have to discard 1, 2, 3, 4. Iono to 1 and they have to whiff an energy. That's our hopium currently. Like currently this guy has still enough energies to deal with Teal Masks. So we need to attack with Toedscruel EX. It's the only logical plan. Because if we attack with Teal Mask Ogerpon, we lose regardless. Dang, that's crazy. At least we have this one. Go with that. Iono and energy. It's what we need. It's what we deserve. Okay, Iono and energy. Perfect. So it's gonna be energy here. E-switching time. And Iono to 1. Yeah, we no longer have gusting options, unfortunately. So that's gonna be 160. The 160 clap, knocking out Raging Bolts. If they have an energy, they win. It all comes down. Are they bold enough to promote Raging? Well, they have like Latias, of course they are. We are missing out on the one crucial boss's orders here. Yeah, we have to discard. That's not good. Do they have the Sada? Do they have the energy? If not, they have the Crispin, so it did not matter in the long run. Do they have energies? 6 here, 8, 9, 1 grass. That's all they need. That's all they need here to win the game. So unfortunately, Toedscruel in the end, losing it up against Raging Bolt, but it's still very close, as you see. People not being able to grab stretches from the discard pile makes their life a little bit harder. Yeah, it's a 2 prize race, and they were able to squeak out the dub here. Yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, very cool deck here, piloted by Ray Chen to a very fantastic result. Top 16 at the Portland Regionals. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. Helps out in many ways to support the channel. And definitely go check out the sponsors. They make the videos possible every single day. They are on the screen right now. Level up your game with TC Evolutions. Breathtaking damage counters, special condition tokens, and ability markers. Precision, style, power. Use coupon TCG for 10% off only at TC Evolutions. Also, go check out dragonshield.com for your sleeves, binders, and deck boxes. 5% off using the coupon ZapBlues5. PotownStore.com for your TCG Live code card needs. And cardmarket.com for European players where you're able to buy as well as sell cards to people all across Europe. Hopefully you guys had a blast watching the Toedscruel video. If you did, yeah, share it around with your friends to showcase that this deck has definitely some power behind it. And I will see you guys soon for more content. Destined Rivals comes out on TCG Live very shortly, so expect some very cool new decks on the channel, and it's gonna be fantastic. See you guys then. Peace.